Yesterday, severe weather impacted many parts of Howard County, including right here in Ellicott City. Just after 4 p.m., a flood watch that indicated the potential for flash flooding was was issued for central and southeast Howard County. The Emergency Operations Center was activated shortly thereafter, bringing together our top-notch public safety team, which includes our Department of Fire and Rescue Services, Howard County Police Department, Office of Emergency Management, Stormwater Team, and others. Message boards strategically placed on main corridors into Ellicott City notified residents and visitors that a flood watch was in effect. The private access points gates, which provide a quick route out of the floodplain, were also unlocked. Beginning around 6 p.m., Howard County experienced a series of short-duration, high-intensity storms. In Laurel, a stream gauge measured approximately 1.5 inches of rain in 30 minutes. In Centennial Park, there was approximately 2.5 inches of rainfall in about 2 hours. In Ellicott City, there was approximately 2.3 inches of rainfall in just over 2 hours, with the majority of that rain taking place in approximately 1 hour alone. Between 8:45 and 9 p.m., historic Ellicott City saw more than 1.25 inches of rain, while over an inch of rain fell in Columbia. The rate of rainfall was very similar to the rate we experienced at some points during the 2018 flood, when the town saw 1.44 inches of rain in approximately 15 minutes. At 9 p.m., a flash flood warning was issued by the National Weather Service, and the Ellicott City Outdoor Tone Alert System was activated. At that time, our Howard County Police Department cleared and closed Main Street to traffic. Water on Main Street reached about curb height at the lower end of Main Street at the height of the storm. That's about 6 inches of moving water. At this time, there has been minimal property damage reported on Main Street and no injuries. I'd like to take a moment to thank Mr. Ron Peters. After the 2016 storm, Ron installed a comprehensive camera system in Ellicott City that has become an integral tool for the emergency management team and our community during severe weather. Thank you to Ron for his partnership and his vision. The impact of yesterday's storm was felt in Ellicott City and across our county. At Meriwether Post Pavilion, heavy rainfall caused minor flooding, and concert attendees had to be evacuated to higher ground. A tornado warning was issued by the National Weather Service at approximately 8:45 p.m. for the eastern Howard County, and residents reported a tornado sighting near Cradle Rock Way in Columbia. We know of at least one tree that has fallen onto a house and one that came down onto an apartment building. Nearly 30 roads were impacted by flooding or downed trees, and as many as 3,000 BGE customers were without power. That number is down to about 300 as of this morning. Though yesterday's storm was nerve-wracking for many, the systems that we put in place together worked as intended, especially here in Ellicott City. Our outdoor tone alert system, which was installed in 2019, warned people within 2 miles of the main street of the impending danger. Our private access point gates, which were installed in 2020, were open and available to anyone in need who needed to seek higher ground. And the dedicated officers of our police department closed Main Street when the flash flood warning was issued and reopened it after the danger had passed. Yesterday's weather has triggered our enhanced stream cleaning program, And our crews will be out here within 3 business days to inspect the stream channels and begin removing debris. Since the end of 2018, when we launched our enhanced stream cleaning program, we've removed more than 31 tons of debris from the streams in and around Ellicott City. We implemented these and other initiatives as part of our Ellicott City Safe and Sound plan because we knew that when another storm came, we needed to be better prepared. In addition to these initiatives, we continue to work every day to advance the projects included in our flood mitigation plan, including the H7 and Quaker Mill ponds, which are currently under construction. I'd like to thank our incredible team at the Department of Public Works for their hard work and dedication in moving these projects. Just 2 weeks ago, we announced that the county secured a $75 million loan through the Environmental Protection Agency's WIFIA program. This critical investment will largely support the extended See, it still works. We're always planning and preparing, as you can see. The critical investment of the WIFIA loan will largely support the Extended North Tunnel project that, once complete, will carry more than 26,000 gallons of water away from the homes and businesses in Ellicott City and into the Patapsco River. The reason we invest so heavily in Ellicott City, aside from the fact that it's our county's second largest economic driver, is the people who live here, who work here, who visit here. This community is incredibly special, and they deserve to know that we take their safety and their livelihood seriously. I'd like to thank our community for everything they do to keep themselves and others safe. After the recent major floods of 2011, 2016, and 2018, we are proud of the progress that we've made and will continue to work with a sense of urgency every day until our projects are complete and our plan is done and our town is safer. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Any concerns about the way the situation at the Meriwether Post was handled last night? A lot of fans were angry. They kind of left their cars, they were told to come on back in, and they ended up canceling it, heading out into some roads that were flooded or blocked.
Question was any concerns about how the situation was handled, the flooding at Meriwether Post Pavilion. I think these sorts of incidences are something that often catches people off guard. And while we have worked so incredibly hard over the last 4 years and planning and preparing right here in Ellicott City, I think we all still have work to do throughout the rest of the county, the state, and the nation in planning and preparing. But the most important thing is to keep people safe and alive.
Does the fire chief have anything to add to that?
I'm sorry?
Does the fire chief have anything to add to that?
Chief, did you have anything to add? Or?
Good morning. I'm Fire Chief Lewis Winston, Howard County Fire and Rescue. So last night at the concert at Meriwether, we had 21 career and volunteer members on an EMS standby for the concert. There were approximately 13,000 attendees at the concert. Shortly after the concert started, Meriwether Post Pavilion Management, they placed the concert on hold due to lightning in the area, at which time they also sent out messages through social media and their signboard asking patrons to shelter in place. Those that were in the lawn-seated area were moved under the pavilion, and the entry gates were closed off, and patrons were told to return to their vehicles, again, to shelter in place. After that, there was obviously through some of the video that was captured, the heavy rains that poured down into the pavilion area, our crews were able to quickly get over there and assess that area and determine there was no imminent danger to the patrons that were under the pavilion at that time. Also, there was a footbridge that flooded Howard County PD was able to access that bridge and close it off around 9:45. Meriwether Post Pavilion Management determined to close the cancel the concert, and we're happy to report there were no civilian or emergency personnel injuries.
Do you think that cancellation should have happened much sooner? I mean, you have people out in the pavilion during the tornado warning for 2 hours.
So our role there is with Meriwether is strictly EMS standby. But when we have our personnel there, we try to work with management to assess the situation and determine the safety issues and try to, move patrons to safe areas as soon as possible.
I want to know your reaction. I don't know if you're aware of the reports that as people were leaving, the staff was telling them to chug their beer and their alcohol because they weren't allowed to take it to their cars. So staff knew that they were leaving to go to their cars and they were being told to do that, or are you aware? Do you have any reaction to that?
No, I'm unaware of that. Like I said, our role there is strictly as a EMS standby, and I was unaware of that situation.
Just as a professional looking at this scenario and knowing how it went, any review on your part of how it was handled?
Well, we're certainly we have a good relationship with the management at Meriwether. We certainly will do an assessment and work with them, for future events to try to make sure that we have the proper safety measures in place as we go forward.
For the county executive, the pipeline, are there any issues with getting that constructed? I heard that there was some issue with the railroad, B&O, because we'd be going under their easement, their tracks.
The question is about the extended north tunnel. It is a comprehensive plan. It's part of a comprehensive plan to get done. It's one of several major projects, but there are many moving parts and pieces at the federal, state, and local level, and also with private entities. And so securing the funding through the WIFIA loan was probably one of the most transformational aspects, and we'll continue working with our other partners and entities to move it forward as expeditiously as possible. Other?
Any further on the tornado touchdown alleged? Do you know any more about that?
The question was about the tornado touchdown. While we have seen sheared branches, we're still waiting on the National Weather Service to confirm details around that. But we are working with our community on cleanup and ensuring that people are safe. Yeah.
There are a lot of businesses here that still look to be remain closed. I wonder if you can sort of reflect on that. It's been a few years since 2018, and also if you can refresh people's memories about how many buildings will be raised in this area as part of the plan.
So the question was about buildings still looking shut down and the preservation of some of the other buildings. And so right now we are very pleased. There have been a lot of ribbon cuttings over the last few years, and I think there's a lot of energy and excitement around the town. However, we do still have certain buildings that we want to keep people safe, and we're going to continue going through a process of what to do with those buildings as these projects come online. We're very glad that we have 2 currently under construction and that we're moving forward with the extended north tunnel, but our priority is going to continue to be safety. It does look like we're going to preserve more of the buildings than the previous plan, and so we're going to keep moving forward. Any other questions? All right. Thank you all so much. Have a good one.